Insurance renewals, how do they work? Both personal and commercial. We're going to talk about that here. All right, so if you ever bought insurance and had it for more than a year, then you know that everything's going to renew at some point, whether that's personal or commercial. How do I control the cost of my insurance going up at renewal? We hear it all the time. It seems like when my insurance goes up every year after year, it keeps going up. It's not totally accurate in most cases, or a lot of cases, but it does happen in time, okay? So the process kind of looks like this, whether it's personal or commercial, and there's not a uniform just set standard out there across the industry. In general, we're gonna get a renewal for somebody probably 30 to 60 days prior to that renewal date. Unfortunately, sometimes, especially on the commercial side, it can get closer to that renewal. Look, it's frustrating for you as the client, it's frustrating for us as the agent, because we wanna be able to review that in time. We wanna be able to take it to market if we need to. We wanna be able to sit down with you and go through any changes that have happened with your business. And so that's rare that happens, but it does happen on occasion. Contrary to popular belief, renewals don't go up every year just automatically. So we get a lot, obviously, hey, can you go look at other carriers? Can you go do this and that? And one of the things to help actually control the increase in your premiums is to not actually go and shop it and move year after year. There's this thing out there called your insurance score, and what carriers can look at is, okay, how many carriers has this person been with over the last 3 years, 5 years? And if you're somebody that jumps around year after year after year, that hurts that insurance score. You're also going to run into issues where there's different coverages depending on the carrier, and you might be giving up coverage, maybe even something that you weren't even totally aware of with one carrier, that you're losing by moving to another carrier. And if something might have happened, that it was covered by that previous policy and now it's not, because you've had 3 carriers in 3 years and it's hard to keep up with all the different nuances that each one of those carriers provide. Another way, especially on the personal lines right now, is to look at your deductibles. Previously we had claims that were maybe $1,000 that are now costing $2,000. Think of insurance right now kind of as it's there for those big claims and those times that I really need it, but that, scratch on my car, whatever that property claim, whatever that might be, I need to go ahead and just pay for that myself right now. That's a good way right now, controlling your claims, controlling your frequency. Hailstorms, things out of your control, nothing you can do about that, right? But the things that you can control, I recommend that you kind of control those. Another thing, especially on the auto right now, is a thing called telematics. What is telematics? Almost all the auto carriers right now have where you can download an app, and for 60 days or 90 days, you drive and it reports data and you get rewarded for good driving. So if you're a good driver, you want to get rewarded for that. I don't drive late at night. I'm not out late at night. I'm not putting a lot of miles on my car, so I'm not on the road a lot. I brake well. I'm not on my phone while I'm driving. Talk to your agent, talk to one of our agents and see if that's something that's available for you. That's a great thing that's out there. Over on the commercial side, what can we do? Talk to your agent, have them sit down and go through a risk survey with you. Carriers like that. If we can go through a risk survey, okay, we're doing this, and this to help avoid claims, whether that's on a workers' comp standpoint, from a commercial auto standpoint, or a liability standpoint, and we can present that to the carrier. There's credits and discounts that are available generally from that carrier that we can get, but we have to show them why you deserve that. And so that's part of what your agent can sit down with you and kind of go through. There's also telematics out there on the commercial auto side. And when you have a fleet of vehicles with 10, 15, 30 vehicles, it really adds up. And so, there's a lot of factors obviously that go into renewals. I assure you the carriers aren't just sitting there saying, we're gonna increase this X percentage year after year. To be honest with you, if it increases less than 10%, I don't recommend that you even have another carrier look at it right now. That's kind of within the norm of where things are, but there are little nuances that you can do within almost every policy you have on the commercial side and definitely on the personal line side to pick up additional discounts and to see what you can do to save a few dollars here and there when needed. So talk to one of our advisors about that. We'll be happy to sit down and kind of go through things with you and see what options are out there. Thanks.